How's it going, everybody? Today we're going to show you how to install and replace your 1999 through 2007 Ford F350, F250 side view mirror. You may have power mirror, you may have XL trim, which has, manual. So we're going to go ahead and show you how to replace that, and we'll get right to the video, show you the tools you need, obviously the mirror you need, and how to replace it. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Have a great day. Okay, so the tools you'll need, you don't have to have this, but we do have an impact driver. This is not going to be required here, so let me take that out. This is a 1/4 inch driver bit that goes into the impact driver here, like that, and then a 7/16 socket, regular size socket. Doesn't have to be a deep socket, but a 7/16, and that would go on like that, so you can use this. Or if you have a screwdriver or a socket, a ratchet that you would use to get on the 7/16, you can use that. So basically, I'll show you what the first step is, and of course you need the mirror. Okay, so basically the first step that we're going to do is we're going to remove this cap right here. It's a plastic cap. It's just got push pins in it that you take out, and then we're going to remove these 3 grommets right here. So you could simply remove this with your hands. You could just take it off. It snaps right off. There's 2 snaps that you just push in when you want to put it back in. So like that. And then you take it off. So take that off, set it aside. Now we're going to take out our grommets here. You can do it with your hand. You don't need any type of special tool. So you take these grommets out. These are all 3. The center one is smaller than the other 2, top and the bottom. So you have 2 screws here. They're both 7/16 inch. So we're going to go ahead and get our impact driver with our 7/16 drill bit on it. Now make sure you're holding the mirror so it doesn't fall from the other side. There's also 2 7/16 screws here and here, so we'll also remove these. The mirror does want to come out, so you either have somebody hold it or you can hold it as you unscrew it. If you do drop the nuts in there after, you can either use a magnet, just like I did. You can use a magnet, or you'll have to pull off the door panel to get it out. So that's what I'm going to have to do. We tried, we weren't successful. If you have a magnetic tip, you can go ahead and have those hex nuts so that they will not fall into the door like it just did for me. Being that this truck is a lariat, you're going to need to remove your control panel here to get to your mirror controls, which are right here. And we're going to have to disconnect our mirror controls that are going inside the door. So we are going to have to remove this door panel next. It's not a big deal. I'll show you what you need and how to do that. Okay, so to go to the next part, I'm going to put this back in and show you what you have to do. Okay, so this is how you got your door. You're going to go simply pull up on here, remove that, pull it to the side. There's going to be 1 screw right here. I'll go ahead and I'll zoom in for you. See that screw right here? So that screw right there is going to need to come out. Now that is a 9/32 bit. So it's the same type 9/32 hexagon bit. So we're going to go ahead and remove that. So we'll take that. Make sure you put all of your screws and everything in the pile where you started taking everything apart. Now I'll show you the next screw here. The next screw is actually down here underneath the cover. Right there. So you remove your light cover right here, and inside there is another 9/32 screw. So we're going to remove that. There it is. Now removing both of those items, we're going to disconnect all of our plugs here, one by one. One of them's for the mirrors, one of them's for the locks, one of them's for the windows. So we remove that. That piece is all out. Now we're going to remove the door. You basically lift out and up on both sides. Lift out and up. And the door will just come right off. After that, there is a light in the bottom the bottom right-hand corner, left-hand corner that you will need to be removed. It's already removed. It probably wasn't in. There it is right there. This is the little light that plugs into this little hole there. So taking this out of the way, put your door in a safe spot, and you can see this foam here needs to be removed out of the way. After removing the foam covering, set it aside. Don't lay it on the ground, because if you lay it on the ground, the adhesive on the tape won't stick to the door when you need to go back on. Okay, so now we're going to remove the speaker. Right behind the speaker here is the harness that you're going to disconnect to remove the wiring of the mirror and the mirror itself. So in order to get the speaker out, you're going to use a 7/32 bit, a 7/32 hex bit, just like your regular. Just like your regular sockets. So we're going to go ahead and remove the speaker now. Remove the speaker. You don't have to take it out. You don't have to disconnect it. All you got to do is take it over. You could slap it right on from the magnet right to your frame of your door there. Okay, right in here now, you will see, I'm going to take the camera off so you can see it. Now going into the door panel, you will see, yes, I do have two disconnected wires. I will fix that. You will see that the mirror harness is right here. All you need to do is disconnect this. So I will disconnect that and I will feed it through. I'll show you how to do that. Your typical plugs, as you can see, you got a little pin right here at the top. You press in and you release it and it slides out. So you can use a screwdriver. It's much easier with a screwdriver, a tiny one, tiny flathead screwdriver. So you just stick it in the top here and it releases right out. And now you can go ahead and remove it up through the hole and through the window. So we'll do that now. Okay, as you can see here, I got my mirrors basically just dangling by the wire. You simply just pull it up, pull it out of there, and there's your mirror. So we'll go ahead and we will reconnect the new mirror now. We have our mirror here, and I just wanted to go ahead. I have my mirror here. Now you notice that the shroud that is covering the mount that goes onto our door here, I've replaced that. I ordered a cheap mirror that didn't have the electronic, and I removed that and I put this on here. So this video has nothing to do with that. If you guys need this mirror, just the mirror, and your shroud is good, I have one of those for sale. I'm just gonna ask 40 bucks for it. So if you guys want to PM me inside of the instant messaging down below underneath the description, you can go ahead and do that. So we have our mirror here. We're gonna slide our cable through. Whoops, wrong one. It goes through the square. And after we do that, we're gonna go, I have two nuts in my hand at the time. We're gonna feed this through here like that, so it's secure. It'd be easier if you had two people, but if you don't, like me, you could just find your holes and do it yourself. Now, I'm just doing it with my finger, getting it started. So I got the top right one on, or the top left one on if you're facing the inside of the door. You could do this either way. It would probably be easier if I did this from the other side. And finish the rest of these bolts. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of these. It's 7/16 socket, remember that? I've already put my top left one in, top right, and bottom right, and bottom left. So all that's secure now. I have my harness down here that we took apart earlier, and we're going to go ahead and plug that in now. Trying to let you guys see what's going on in the camera. So we plug that in now. We'll zip tie that to the existing wiring harness and we'll go from there. So now we're going to go ahead and put our speaker in. So we simply just go ahead and set the speaker in. Make sure your wires are pointing down because you don't want the, and if you need to, you know, you can always use electrical tape to tape up any wires that might, you think that the window would be affected. Go ahead and take our 7/32 socket driver. Basically just screw our 4 screws in to the speaker, and then we're going to take our door panel and put that back on. So I'll grab. Okay, so now you're going to take your memory foam, put that back into position. Make sure you line it up because if you don't, you're going to have a hell of a time trying to get that door back on. Make sure that these go right there so that they're hanging in a position where you can get to them. If you need to, you can always use tape to put it back into place. But it should be good enough that you don't have to do that. Okay, so now that we got the memory foam back on and it's in decent positioning, we're gonna put the door panel back on. First thing you have to do is this light. You have to plug that back into where it goes in the door panel. It pushes in and snaps, and that's it. First thing I do is I line up all the L brackets on the bottom into their panels first. All of the L brackets on the bottom. Put those into where they go. Then, ever so slightly, without trying to leave them, lift up on the door panel, push in, and drop it back down. One thing you gotta remember, I just forgot, you need to pull these wires through the door. So make sure you do that or else the door panel won't go on. And you see that? It went in just right. Ever so slightly back down, and now we're ready to screw the screws back in. We're going to put our screw back in our door right here. I just hand tightened it. You don't have to go crazy. You know, if you want to go ahead and put a ratchet on it, tighten it up just a little bit. Just make sure you don't over tighten it because you'll break the tab. And the last one, try to see if you can get it on the camera here. And the last one is down here by the bulb. So we tighten that down. Now we'll go ahead and put our controller in, and that'll be it. This is our controller here. So we'll plug in our mirrors, our front windows, our rear windows, and our locks. We'll go ahead and snap this into place. And there you have it. Thanks for watching this repair. Please subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.